Your brain is one of the most amazing and complex organisms on the planet. It only weighs around 1.5 kilos, and 75% of that is water, but it can outperform a warehouse full of supercomputers. It can learn an infinite number of languages. It knows what a pineapple smells like. It can work out how to play any instrument, and it even knows how to build buildings that will last hundreds of years. Well, sometimes. It can do all this because it contains about 100 billion neurons. Those are the cells that store information in the brain. And each of those neurons can have up to 10,000 synapses. Those are the cells that connect the neurons to the rest of the brain. This fantastic organ offers us limitless possibilities and makes us capable of doing pretty much anything we set our minds to. It's a tragedy then that most of us behave as though one half of our brain doesn't even exist. You see, our brains are divided into two halves, left and right, which communicate via a sort of information hub called the corpus callosum, and they each work in a slightly different way. One side tends to operate in a more logical, detailed sort of way,
Right then.
and the other is much more chaotic and unpredictable.
Hello.
For various reasons, most of us tend to default to using one side of our brain rather than the other. But that's crazy. It's like trying to ride a bike with one of the pedals removed. Why would you want to do that? Using both sides of our brain makes life more enjoyable, more productive. It enables us to make better decisions and to solve problems more easily. So surely we should be making the most of our minds. Sadly, this doesn't seem to be the case. I've been working all over the world for 3 decades now, and I've lost count of the number of stories I've heard about how a person used to love painting or singing or acting when they were 9 or 10, but now in their 30s or 40s they don't do any of those things anymore. What a waste! And how dull life must be when it could be vibrant and exciting. So we need to do something about this, and that's why I've produced this whole brain thinking course. I'm on a mission to help people learn or relearn to use their brains in a more balanced way so that they can get better results. I'm actually quite a cynical person, and I always want to know why we should do things and how it works. So in this course, I'm going to start off by explaining how we came to view our brains the way we do, and how that shaped the language that we use to describe the way our brains function. Then I'm going to explore the idea of brain bias, and how that might have come about. I'm also going to look at how we can interact successfully with people who have a different brain bias to our own. Then I'm going to spend some time trying to convince you of the benefits of rebalancing your brain and how that could make your life work better for you. Then finally, I'm going to explore a range of techniques and activities that will help you strengthen and exercise the side of your brain that you usually use the least. For most of us, that's going to be the right side, but for the minority who already favour their right brain, I've put together a short module on how to make better use of your left brain. Just to be fair, really. The course comprises more than 4 hours of video, 20 separate episodes, and some really fun exercises to complete. So you won't be bored, I can promise you that. So do you feel perhaps you've lost touch with the right side of your brain, that you're not as creative as you used to be? Or do you feel that you were never given a chance to explore that whole side of your brain because of the way you were brought up, or the way things were done at school, or the nature of your job? Or are you worried about your job, that it might be outsourced or computerized and you'll be left unnecessary and redundant? Or are you just interested in how the brain works and you'd like to know more about that? Well, if any of those things are true, I think this is exactly the course that you're looking for. So come on, make an investment in yourself. Click the link and let's get started.